We are here with Linfield softball head coach Jackson Vaughan after the Wildcats defeated Central in 2 games to advance to the national final. And Jackson, you guys were coming into a little bit of a tough situation today. Central had some runners on in a tie game. They got some runs. What was the key for you guys to score a couple runs and get that first game?
I think like Montana said, I think the fact we held them to one when they had second and third with no outs was a big deal. I think that gave our kids a lot of confidence that we could get the job done, and it obviously came down to the seventh, but we're able to, helped by some central walks. I think that was a big issue this weekend, obviously, that they had a difficult time at times throwing strikes, and that certainly helped us. And then we got a couple big errors, you know what I mean? So it was our kids did a good job putting the ball in play and making them make some plays. And I think, that's just part of the game sometimes. You got to make tough plays, and I thought our kids did a pretty good job of that. Unfortunately, we got a few breaks there that helped us kind of run away with it at the end of the first game.
In the second game, obviously, your offense, I think they scored 9 or 10 runs there. What was the key? How were you guys able to score so many runs in that second game?
Obviously, it was a combination, I think, again, of the walks and then some timely hitting on our part. I think it was big. Grace Middlestead had a big hit that kind of broke it open in that last inning where, we had our 3 lefties up in a row, and sometimes they're not necessarily going to get a big RBI hit, but she had a nice hit to the outfield that brought in 2, and I think that really broke the ice again and got everybody kind of going, and we had a couple other hits to follow to kind of put the game away.
Montana McNeely, your pitcher, she threw, of course, a majority of the innings for you guys this weekend, named the most outstanding pitcher of the Super Regional. What did you think she was doing well out there on the mound today?
Like she said, I thought Central had a good plan, and they did some good things. So I think they really challenged Montana to do some different things. I think she was challenged a little bit by the strike zone the first day, and as was Central's pitcher, but I think she adjusted pretty well. But her off-speed stuff and the ability to hit the corners, like she said, was big. And then today her rise ball worked a little better, which helped her out a little bit. So I think that was big, and I don't think we can underestimate the value of Brooke Chapman coming in and getting us out. It was 4-2, bases loaded, 1 out. Comes in, gets 2 big strikeouts, and then we end up running away with it at the end with some runs. But that was probably the turning point of the game in a lot of ways, just because they had us on the ropes a little bit.
You guys have had to travel a lot, obviously, lately. You had to come all the way to Iowa, then go back, then come here. What kind of challenges did that create for you guys, and how did you kind of get ready for that first game this weekend?
It is a challenge, and that's what I was a little bit worried about, if we'd just be too fatigued, just kind of worn out. Long weekend last weekend, coming through the loser bracket, and then the travel and coming back out here. But our kids handle it really well. They get along really well, which helps. And I think in some ways being on the road brings a team closer, just because they spend so much time together. And you just get to focus on just softball. When you're still at your home place, sometimes you got to worry about, got to meet the relatives, and we got to do this, and I still got to go to class, and I got my finals, and I got this person coming for graduation. With us, when we're on the road, our kids can just focus on softball, which I think is nice.
And just kind of lastly, obviously, this win earns you guys a berth in the national finals. What do you think is the key there for you guys to make a run and have some success?
I think just continue to be ourselves. I think when we play up to our level, we can compete with pretty much anybody. But softball is a game where you got to play your best, in that one weekend, and you got to have a few things go your way. And we've been fortunate enough to have that happen at times, but we've also been on the losing end the last couple of years regionals, where we just haven't played our best at the right time of year. But we've got things going, pretty decent, and you hope to go there and win your first game. I think that's huge. Getting the losers bracket in that 18 tournament, it's a long way out, and so I think hopefully we can go there and play well early on and just see how well we compete. We know there's going to be some really good teams there, and so we can just go and show what we're capable of and compete at a high level.
That was Linfield head coach Jackson Vaughan after the Wildcats advanced to the national final out of the Super Regional in Pella. Thanks, Coach, and good luck in the national finals.
Thank you.